Hey guys, back again today with another lesson on fractions. This time we are subtracting fractions with like denominators. So last time we added them, this time subtracting them. It's just the same concept except now we're taking away. That's what subtraction is, right? Taking something away. All right, so if I have 4/8 minus 2/8, okay, I have the same number of pieces that I've divided this whole into, whatever it may be. So I'm going to keep my denominator the same because there's still eighths. We're subtracting eighths. So we're subtracting 2/8 from 4/8. So we know that 4 minus 2 is going to be what, Cameron? That's right, 2. Very good. So 2/8. Okay, now this is not a simplified fraction because 2 and 8 have factors in common. Okay, namely, they both have 1 in common, of course, but they also have 2, because I could divide 2 by 2, and I could divide 8 by 2. 2 divided by 2 is what? Who am I going to call on next? Caitlin, what's 2 divided by 2? Good. All right, so it's 1. So then what's 8 divided by 2? Anna? 8 divided by 2. 4, very good. So the simplified fraction is 1/4. 2/8 and 1/4, they're the same. They're equivalent fractions. It's just this one is simplified. We've reduced it to its simplest form. Okay, let's look at another example of subtracting fractions. I'm going to get a thicker marker out. Got my marker pocket. Lots of markers today. Alrighty. Let's use blue. Okay, so let's say we're subtracting. Let's try the denominator. Let's go with 12ths today. 12ths. Let's subtract 8/12 minus, let's take away 7/12. Nah, I don't like that one. Let's take away 4/12. Okay, so 8/12 minus 4/12. All right. So, Robert, are we gonna are we gonna add 12 plus 12? No. Are we gonna subtract 12 minus 12? No. We are leaving the denominator alone. We are looking at 12ths. We're subtracting two different types of 12ths. We've got 8/12 and 4/12. So the 12 stays the same. Okay, very good. So then, Haley, if I subtract 8 minus 4, what do I get? 8, take away 4, you got it, is 4. Okay, so if I want to simplify this one, I have to ask myself, what do 4 and 12 have in common as factors? Well, there's 1, it's not going to work. There's 2, so 2 and 2 goes into 4. 4 divided by 2, 12 divided by 2, so 4 divided by 2 is what, Malachi? 4 broken into 2 pieces or broken in half is 2, very good. Okay, what about 12 divided by 2? 12 broken in half or broken into 2 pieces is, that's right, it is 6. The problem is, this is still not simplified, so we have to simplify it. We know that these two still have another number in common. They still have 2 in common. So 2 divided by 2 is going to be 1. And then Connor, what's 6 divided by 2? You got it. So 4/12, 4/12 and 1/3 are equivalent. Therefore, this is, we subtracted fractions, but we also simplified it. So we're kind of learning 2 skills today. All right, so now I have a word problem for us. Toby and Connor, this one involves you guys and some key lime pie. All right. Okay, let me just make sure that is easy to be seen. Okay. All right, so Connor and Toby were eating key lime pie. They each had a pie that was cut into 8 pieces. Connor ate 2 pieces after dinner, while Toby ate 5 pieces of pie after dinner. Toby! You mentioned on one of your assignments that key lime pie was your favorite, so I was listening, I was paying attention. So then in fraction form, you are asked to show how many more pieces of pie did Toby eat, eat than Connor, okay? So more than, when a word problem asks us to find more than, what type of math are we doing? Daniel, when they say find out more than, that's right, we are doing subtraction. So we are going to have to subtract these two numbers. Now you might look at this and say, duh, Ms. Rakowski, 5 minus 2, that's just 3. However, we're not just looking at pieces. We're not just looking at the pieces, we're looking at the fractions of the whole. So this time I got smart and drew out some pies ahead of time. So here's Connor's pie, and here's Toby's pie. So Connor had how many pieces? Okay, that's right, London, he had 2. So we're gonna color in. I'm gonna get my green marker out if I have it. Oops, yeah. So I'm gonna get my green marker out and say Connor had 1, he had 2. Okay, so what fraction is that? If we know that it's cut into 8 pieces and he ate 2 of them, let's see, Izzy, what fraction is that? That's right, it is 2/8 because there are 8 total pieces, 2 of them are shaded. Okay, so Nolan, can you tell me how many pieces Toby ate total? Okay, so yes, he ate 5 pieces, but if we're looking at it as the sense of a fraction, out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is right. So we're going to call, he had 1, he had 2, he had 3, he had 4, he had 5. Okay, we could throw in a little comparing question, say who ate more? Obviously, Toby ate more. 5/8 is much larger than 2/8, and I'm sure Toby had a bit of a tummy ache after that. So 2/8 is definitely less than 5/8. But the question is asked you, it didn't ask you to compare the two, it asked you how many more pieces of pie did Toby eat than Connor? So we need to do what? Daniel already told us, when we find the difference or when we find out how many more somebody had, we subtract. That's right. So down here, I'm going to subtract 5/8 minus 2/8. Whoops. Okay. So we are not going to subtract 8 minus 8. The 8 stays the same. So the final answer is, what's 5 minus 2, Chloe? They're very good. It is 3/8. So Toby ate 3/8 more than Connor of the key lime pie. So that's just subtracting fractions in a word problem.